Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Blade Bias. Sorry if I sound a little sick. It's because I am. Today we have plenty to talk about, but we will leave that for the future. So I guess no, today we don't have plenty to talk about. Today we will be digging in to this box right here. And this box comes courtesy of two people that I would like to shout out right now. This box comes courtesy of the ever wonderful, actually, technically three people this box comes courtesy of. So why can I just... Hello? Why doesn't he just cut the box? Is he stupid? Yes, I am. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this box comes courtesy of three entities, let's say. The first being the ever-wonderful Zippy Balisong. The second being the ever-wonderful Remshi from Remshi Designs. And the third being you guys, who watch all of these videos, which allow me to order cool stuff. That was all duct taped in there, my gosh. Okay, don't see anything else in there. Let's see what we have got today. As usual, things have been sent to me, but my opinions have not been influenced in any single way. The only thing that Remshi asked me to do was to tell you about the Shino, which is now available for pre-order as this video goes live. There was one other thing he wanted me to mention because he wanted to get info out there of what the Shino would be coming with. Let me just pull that up really quick. So, the Shino pre-orders are available as of this video going live, and every Shino will come with Zippy extension spacers that you can see are installed right now, barrels, regular TI spacers, and of course pre-orders are open now. So you get a whole host of options for the spacer when you pick up the Remshi Shino, which is really sick because the Shino was a Balisong that I previously thought was okay, but could have been brought to the next level by some really, really awesome Zippy mods. And of course, Zippy went and did just that, which I am so excited about. But the rest of this package, there's actually some pretty cool stuff in here. Here's a balance insert mod for the LDY Orion, which I actually didn't order, so thanks Zippy for adding extra stuff. Here's the default Shino spacers, which still have that cool, Zippy ball weight system in there. We got some stickers, and we have LDY Orion spacers and tang insert. I finally got some spacers for my Orion trainer, which is going to be super sick and is thanks to you guys. I said partially this package was thanks to you guys because you guys watch the ads, you watch the videos. I was able to purchase these with those funds. Thank you all so much. Zippy also included this as a little bonus because he just can't let me just buy something from him. I really appreciate it, Zippy. You're awesome, dude. And Remshi requested that I get sent this thing. This is not mine to keep. This is simply another loaner sample for me to make a video on. But this is the final version of the Shino, now complete with the Zippy extension spacers that it will come with in the package. I want to be very clear about that. In the package, with the Shino, you get Zippy extension spacers, normal barrels, and these regular spacers, which is really, really cool. You get that level of customization in the box. But without further ado, I want to flip this thing because last time I had the Shino in hand, my main thing was that extensions, I think, would have fixed a lot of the issues that I had with it. It would have made it much less weird. It would have made it a little bit more normal, and it would have given it a balance profile that I would have really, really enjoyed. It just needed that little bit of extra length. Let's see if these provide those. Or provide that, I guess. Right off the bat, it does. It provides it with far more end weight. It is a much more momentum-focused Balisong, which is freaking awesome because that's exactly what I wanted out of the Shino. The original Shino that I tried was a little bit longer and felt much better than the final prototype or the final version, I should say, because those handles, I believe, were ultimately shortened. Maybe they were lengthened, but I'm pretty sure they were shortened, which kind of removed some of that handle momentum that I really wanted. I didn't want extra handle bias per se, but I wanted extra handle momentum, and the easiest way to get handle momentum is to put weight further out from the pivots, which is exactly what these Zippy extension spacers do. And I have to say, it is feeling much, much better. It feels like what I wanted the Shino to feel like. Chaplains are actually consistent now. It carries momentum in a far more consistent way, albeit a way that I still do have to get used to because I've been flipping the Astra so much lately. And it lengthens the handles to a point where this thing doesn't feel small or short anymore. It feels far more normal. And I really, really enjoy it. Now this shouldn't really do anything, but I am going to pop out this insert because any extra weight in the blade does ultimately go against what I was hoping to get with this new version of the Shino. I am noticing a little bit of weirdness when I go for some of those whip rollovers sometimes, but again, I think that is more down to the fact that I've been flipping the Astra so much lately than the Shino, and that's why I ultimately do follow-up videos. And why I sometimes come out saying, hey, my opinion on this balisong changed, because you spend more time with it, you get more used to it, and, you know, it gets better for you. But right now, this is almost exactly what I was hoping that these extension spacers would feel like. You get that little bit more handle bias, that little bit more handle momentum that leads this thing to feel far more predictable. I don't feel it flying out of my hands every so often. I mean, I do, but I don't attribute that to the balisong this time, rather than just how it goes. Chaplains are far more consistent than I remember them being on the Shino, which is exactly what you would expect now that the blade is no longer just the same length of the handles. You really do underestimate how much a tiny bit of length at the end of handles can do for a balisong. And that's kind of why I ordered these Orion spacers. Because I want to put these on my Orion trainer and maybe make it a little bit more like that live blade that I've been praising so much with the Orion. But that's enough of that. You guys will see that when I ultimately decide to install those, which could be a few days or weeks. I don't know. I'm sick. I don't really feel like flipping so much lately, but here we are. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. The fans are good. It still fans well. It's not adding so much handle bias that it like changes the balance too much. It's adding momentum to make it far more stable, is what I would say. So these tricks that I was struggling with on the Shino before, like chaplains, feel far more consistent now. It carries momentum in a far more consistent way. The handles don't feel super short like they used to. This is ultimately a really, really good upgrade. And not even an upgrade, just a really good thing to have stock in the box. Zippy has long been known for his ability to, as I like to say, make your favorite balisong your favorite balisong. And to throw that experience in the box, I think is super cool, especially at the price point that Remshi is gunning for, which I actually don't have, unfortunately. That will be a conversation that I have in the follow-up video to this thing, because pre-orders will start around the time this video goes live, so you guys will have the fully updated price information that I don't. But yeah, this fixes most problems that I had with the Shino. I will admit to you, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch my video to find out all of the issues that I had with the Shino, but the things that immediately jump to mind that I was talking about with the Shino have been fixed with the Zippy extension spacers. It just feels far more standard. I pulled a Will Hirsch and I destroyed the end of my camera. That was cool. But yeah, like I was saying, immediately what comes to mind is that this fixed the issues that I had with the Shino. It makes it feel far more standard. I don't have a ton of issues flipping it like I did with the standard Shino. It doesn't have that kind of short syndrome that I was feeling with the original Shino. It does, as I said, exactly what I wanted it to. Chaplains, I think, being the thing that ultimately benefit the most. These chaplains feel far more consistent, far more stable. I don't feel like I'm going to lose it after I chaplain once or twice. Rollovers in general just feel better because of that extra momentum, but it doesn't sacrifice on fanning. It still fans and choker fans amazingly because, like I said, it's not adding a ton of handle weight. It's adding a ton of handle momentum. And if you do want that more, you know, I should say it feels standard, but it still kind of has that Kuno charm to it, which is what I really liked about the original Shino. But if you wanted that original Shino kind of weirdness, you have it in the box, which is the beauty of a spacer system like this. So huge shout out to Remshi for sending me over the Shino yet again. Huge shout out to Zippy for producing the spacers for this thing. Super excited whenever Zippy's involved with a Balisong project like this, or like the Stitch, or any one of those. And huge thank you to Zippy for shipping this out and including this in the package. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you all so much for watching. We will see how my next week or so goes with the Shino. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, it just feels so much more consistent until I drop it on my toe. Later.